Hi, everybody. Welcome to this session on working with templates and MailChimp. So the previous session was how to create templates. This is just a very quick kind of informational one, which shows you how to organize because the more things that the more templates you have, the more messy it could get. So this is just really how to go in and maybe clean it up or duplicate or so this is really more about for folder and template organization. So let's have a look. So real quickly, we're going to talk about editing templates. And what I mean by that is really actually editing the template, but also deleting it. It's always good to keep a clean space. So you want to remove any extra clutter. So if you have some old templates that you're not using, you could simply delete them. Replicate, if you have a template that you want that maybe looks similar to one that you already have, you could simply make a copy. So replicate is copy. You could create a new campaign based off a template. And campaigns are your follow-up sequences, your autoresponders, whatever word you want to put there. You can preview a template. You can also share a template. And share is really cool because it allows you to share a template with other MailChimp users. So you could actually share a template that you created. And then folders for really organization and storage. So let's just have a quick look. Oops. So here I am in my MailChimp. And I go to templates from wherever your starting point is. And so these are all the templates that are in here. And I actually have 11 different templates. Okay. And this is a sandbox. There's not a whole heck of a lot in here, but basically a couple things you can do. If you want to edit a template, you can either click on the name or click on the word edit. And that will take you back to, the editing screen where you can make all your changes, right? And when you're done, a couple things, always, test it to make sure that it works. Especially if you make a lot of changes, right? So I can send myself a test. And then I can also, save and exit. Now, it didn't have a name. That's why it's asking for one. So I had to add that in. Simple. So you can also click edit from here. Okay. So how to get in here. Okay. I can preview and test or preview and exit. Okay. This one doesn't have a name either. So what's this? Is Etsy. Okay. Save. Done. Simple. Okay. So let's talk about some of these. And some of these are have been in here a while, which deleting is something that's very easy to do. Basically, you'll notice there's no delete option up here. Now, as I showed you, you can search for templates here if you have lots of templates. You can also change the sort order, right? Very simple. Okay, but if you want to remove a template, you're basically going to check it, and you can also check everything by clicking here, or individuals by clicking here, right? So I can say I want to delete those two. And as soon as I do that, I'll get a delete option. You can also move it to a specific folder as well, but we're going to delete. So we'll hit delete, and then you just basically type delete and hit delete. That's gone. So get rid of anything that you don't need. Simple. Okay. So that's editing. So let's say that I want to maybe make a copy of an existing template. Okay, because I want to, it's going to look the same, but a little different. So I can hit the drop down over here to the right of the actual template itself, and I can hit replicate, and I get a copy. Okay, so I can rename it to whatever I want it to be. Okay, and then I can go in and I can, I don't want that anymore, so I could cut that out. Oh, I'm not going to fool with it. But let's say I go in here and make my changes. Maybe I change my font. Maybe I want it to be something different, bigger, whatever it might be, right? And then obviously this is my old, whatchamacallit? That is my actual old, God, I can't talk. my old, my old logo. So I could go in here. I could upload my new logo. Okay, so there it's different, right? And there we go. So then I could save and close, right? And then you could do the same things that you always would do here, right? I could just drag a block of text there. So I have that. And then I could do my preview and test. I can save and exit. And now I have my duplicate. Okay, simple, simple. So instead of starting from scratch, you can always replicate or copy. Same thing, hit the drop down. Share, this is the share option I told you about. This allows you to share the template with other recipients to add this template to their MailChimp account. So you can email it or you can also send them the URL. Okay, so if you have a template that maybe you're using or somebody in your group is using and they want to use it as well, instead of them creating it from scratch, you can share it. Now I'm just going to back it up. Hit the drop down. So replicate, share, export as an HTML. I just hit export and it exports it for me. And then I could import it somewhere else. So you can easily export your templates that easily. Here it is right here, HTML document. Okay. Oops, I just got a happy clicker here. Let me try that again. All right, we'll try a different one. All right, hold on. Let me refresh my page. Sometimes my mouse gets a little... There we go. Preview would simply give you the preview, and this would show you again your desktop versus your mobile version, so you can see what it looks like. And then you can hit the X to get out. Okay, and then lastly, you can create a campaign, and we're going to create campaigns in the next session, but this is actually how to start it. So you can actually use a template and start that way. It's going to make me choose a list. Okay, so let me get out of here. I don't want to stay. There we go. All right, so back to my templates. Now, I showed you how to delete. So again, if you click the buttons here, you have the option to delete, and you also have the option to move. So that's all the different things you can do. Now you can create folders. Now if you hit the drop down where it says folders, you'll see that there are several different folders in here. You can edit any one of these folders by hitting edit, and then you could basically hit the little minus sign and it gets rid of the folder. Okay, but this is a great way to organize and group like templates, especially if you have a ton of them in there. So I can just go down and hit add folder, right, for my company, and enter. And now I have my Techie Mentor templates. And notice when I choose the folder, it'll show me what's in it. So now what I want to do is actually move some of these templates. So I've got a couple here. So I just click on the checkbox next to it. I click on move to, and I'll move it to my templates. Okay, now you'll notice here's everything is every template. But then if I just want to see my templates, I could just go to my folder. It's just a great way to actually manage all of the different templates that you have. Now you'll also notice that you have a file manager here. And the file manager are just the different files that you have. So these would be your images or things like that that you could use in your emails, right? You can copy the URL, so if you want to use it somewhere else, and then you can also preview, edit, rename, and delete. So if you have anything in here that you don't want anymore, so once again, I can get rid of this logo if I don't want it by clicking delete, and it gets rid of it. Okay, so I could go through here and, documents are also something you can put in here. So you can also put documents in here, which is nice. If you want to send a document like in maybe it's your lead magnet or something like that, you could certainly do that as well. But this kind of gives you the idea of what that is for. So you can preview, edit, rename, and delete. You can copy the URL. And same thing here. You have the ability to create folders for images. So I could just say logos, right? And then I could select my logos and move to my logo folder. Voila. It's just, again, a great way to really keep your information all together as needed. So this is kind of like where you, like media, right? The media option that you have on WordPress. This is where you can keep your files, whether they're documents, images, or logos. You can add these and then put links to them within. That's what the copy of the URL will allow you to do. Okay. X will take me back to my documents. Okay, so we've looked at editing templates, how to edit, delete, replicate, share, export, as well as create a campaign. We also looked at folders, easy way for you to organize and group your like templates together. And I really recommend that you create folders if you have a lot. If you only have one or two, not a big deal, but if you have several, good idea to put them in folders, and also just remove any that you don't need anymore. And then File Manager, which would allow you to keep images, documents. You can copy links and use the links like you would in WordPress to link to a document or an image within a broadcast or a campaign. And then another way to organize all your images is with folders as well. So similar to what you saw for templates. So for your homework, and this is optional, you really don't have to do this, but if you want to understand how folders work, create a folder, move some of your templates into your folder, replicate and delete a template so you understand how that works. If you want to look at File Manager and add some files, certainly do that as well. But this is more just for keeping MailChimp clean. And this is something you can also do for clients, because a lot of times you'll find their MailChimp is a mess. You can go ahead and clean it up for them and then let them know what you've done. Nice little added bonus for them. Excuse me. So as always, you need any help, you can post in a private Facebook group, comment below, send us an email, or open a help desk ticket by clicking the help button in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next session. Bye.